What is going on, everyone? I am Steven Hero, and you are the heroes themselves, and oh my gosh, I just got done watching Spider-Man Homecoming, and as I promised you guys, I'm going to be doing a movie review, telling you guys what I think about it, but I gotta say, first off, best movie I've ever seen, probably. Easily one of the top two. But, amazing. Straight blew my mind into pieces. Now, the first half of this video, I'm going to be giving like a non-spoiler review, and the second half of the video, I'll be doing full spoiler territory, so get ready for that. But, yeah, I gotta start off by saying, like, the whole movie, I was emotionally unstable. I wanted to cry a lot of the times, and I did at some parts, because a lot of it got really deep and emotional, but it was insane. Now, it's part of the MCU, so what I'm gonna say first off is don't go into it open-minded, because it is different. A lot of the characters are like, who are these people? And what I do have to say is, like, Peter's friends, like the Flash, Michelle, and Liz, like, I don't know how I feel about them. They're okay, but like Michael Keaton, amazing, one of the best MCU villains I've ever seen. He did a really great job being Vulture right here, and yeah, he was phenomenal the whole movie through. And Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man, he was only in it a little bit, but it was still really good when he was. He was pretty much just trying to make sure Spidey doesn't try to do something he can't handle and, like, get his back when he needs it at some points. But he did, take his suit because Spidey did mess up pretty hard. But as you guys probably seen in the trailers. But yeah, the school scenes, all scenes were good. Even the scenes when he was in school, I really even like those. Like, Tom Holland's Peter Parker is amazing. 10 out of 10, I have to say. The youngest for sure being at Spider-Man being 15 and Tom Holland being 20. But he did a phenomenal job. The best Spider-Man movie, best Spider-Man. But, there's one thing that I did not like about the Spider-Man that my brother pointed out to me at the end of the movie that I didn't even notice, really, because I was too busy, I was too busy getting my mind blown. But usually when Spider-Man's talking or fighting someone, he talks a lot of smack. He did it in Civil War a lot. He didn't stop talking smack. But in this movie, he didn't really talk much smack, which is a pretty big part of Spider-Man. But and a lot of time, he busted his ass a lot. I'm talking a lot. Like, almost every single second, he was falling on his ass. Which is, like, not usually what I see from Spider-Man, but it was funny and cool to see Spider-Man like that. But with his new suit, he was fumbling around with it because it does a lot. And I'll get into that in the spoiler half. But the acting was phenomenal, even from the characters I didn't like too much. But it was all good. Like, the whole movie, every scene, even when you weren't watching Spider-Man do Spider-Man things, it was still intense and amazing. But, yeah, the whole movie, I'd say, if I had to sum it up in one word, amazing. Because, The Amazing Spider-Man, or spectacular, because, spectacular Spider-Man. But I will say this, the movie being called Homecoming has nothing to do with Homecoming at the high school. I'm talking like Homecoming, the event. Homecoming happens, but it's nothing but like 2 seconds. But, yeah, that was a little bit of a spoiler. Sorry. But, yeah. I think it's called Homecoming because, Spider-Man's coming home to the MCU next to the heroes he's supposed to be next to. So, yeah, now to get into the spoiler side of things. Now, if you don't want to hear any spoilers, you might as well just end the video and stop because, it's about to get real. But there's a lot of things, there's a lot of decent amount of plot twists, like the fact that Liz, Peter Parker's love interest, was the Vulture's daughter. That blew my mind to pieces. I was like, what the actual fuck was that? Didn't expect that at all. Hit me with the damn right hook out of nowhere. But it was a good right hook, and like Michael Keaton or Vulture, they began to realize that he was Peter Parker. So he told Liz to go into Homecoming, and then he was like, "Listen, I'll kill everyone you love. You don't get the fuck out of here." And he gave Peter a chance, but then Peter said this, and he put on his Spidey suit, and he got ready to fight. And that's when he had to fight with the Shocker. Now the Shocker fight was really short but cool. Ned, his best friend, helped him take him out. He used the web shooter, and Spidey beat his ass into the floor. But the Shocker didn't have a very big part. But like IGN said, Vulture, it doesn't really waste much time. Like, Vulture was, like, bad guy like that, just in your face. But that's cool. Like, you don't really need to explain shit you don't need to explain, because then the movie would become, like, run-on and boring. But the final battle was good. Nice length of the final battle. It was on a big-ass plane, and then it was on the floor, and it was crazy. But, yeah, the Vulture was giving Spidey the hands. Like, he brought him pretty close to, death. And, like, he crushed Spidey with this thing, one of my favorite parts of the movie, and Spidey was underneath it. And, like, he began to freak out, like, crying for help. And, like, it was crazy. It was, like, crying, and I cried. It was nuts. And then he was like, "Come on, Peter." He's like, "Come on, Spider-Man. Come on, Spider-Man." He picked the damn thing off of him and, went to go beat the Vulture's ass. But, Yeah, it was all around cool. Vulture did not die, so we will hopefully see Vulture again. But that is my Spider-Man movie Homecoming review. If I gotta give it a 10 out of 10, I will. I don't really know. You guys already know. Like I said, one of the best movies I've ever seen in my life. I loved it. I want to go see it again. And in case you guys, well, I'm gonna let you guys know. I'm gonna buy the homemade suit Spider-Man pop, and I did just buy the Spider-Man homemade suit figure. So I'll be bringing you a review of that soon. But peace, heroes. If you like my review, remember to hit the like button. If you want to become a hero today, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you heroes later. Peace. Woo!